I just got to stop moving. And what I mean by that is just set roots somewhere. I'm still very cold, and I kind of don't think there's girlfriends here or jobs here or good badminton here and I keep telling people that don't suffer from the grass is greener on the other side, but really I am. There's enough. I mean, the city is here is not the best air quality in BC, let's say. But it's got an important industry, so I think somehow BC wildfires are going to maybe protect this area a bit more. Somebody wants to buy the motorcycle I have in storage, and it's in the name of my not-for-profit society. And I hadn't had a bike in a long time, and I kind of made it the way I like this bike. But it'd be an expense just to go get it, and then there's like $600 I paid in taxes, I think, and it was like I'll never get that back because I need the government to wise up on how they keep screwing me on taxes and refunds for things. And I don't care enough about money to fight those battles right now. So the job I applied for that I'd really like, that's less than 20 hours a week, so I can do other things, is I met the human resource lady, and she says I'm the only one that applied, right at the end of the deadline too. And so she says it takes a long time to get the security clearance, and I don't know, it might be faster for me for either passing it or not passing it. And I've said before, years and years ago, but recently again, that I'm not a good domesticate, and sometimes it's not ethics or morals or right and wrong that HSD will create for the people that pass these security clearances, right? It's more those that just facilitate the status quo so everybody can survive there one day at a time instead of right and wrong or integrity. Or so we'll see. But I also met another lady. That was a day. Is it the day after, or where I said the prayers to Gaia or Mother Earth or global brain or collective unconscious or the overmind or soul three or the biosphere, and but it's also could be as easily explained by coincidence. I went in town, and a lady was there that I talked to, and I said, hey, I'd like to volunteer to help you with this. And but she also mentioned a job that'd be perfect for me when we talked for a few minutes. And the lady that's in charge of that wants to retire, I think, and pass on this part-time position where it fits a little bit more with my not-for-profit society. So that means I could do two jobs part-time that I'd really think are worth my skill sets. And, I might not have to worry about the cold so much until the fall, where with these connections, I'd probably find a decent rental when I spread the word after focusing on doing a good job with these two jobs. And the badminton club I've been to, they kind of want me to kind of be in charge more next year, I think is the sense I'm getting, and I would offer that. And because I mean I've been in towns with less population than this, and they have better clubs, and a lot of it has been a lack of leadership with passion about the sport over the years, and and maybe the people that have kept it going, they've just grown older, and they just have a limited amount of energy, right, or priorities with other things as well. And so I could reboost the sport here, and air quality, well, doesn't affect me that much, and medical, that's going downhill here in the sense of access, at least, doesn't affect me that much. I mean, there's a TELUS Health that I went online to see, and it's definitely not something I want to partake in. So me, it'd just be renewing my medicine, and my brain is getting used to it, and this medicine, and I think today I took 300 milligrams instead. I'm trying this. I'm gonna run out in a few days though, so I better get on renewing it. And see 300 maybe, because there's one way I know that it's having an effect other than my productivity during the day. It's the smell of my urine. And I haven't even taken the 250. I don't, my urine doesn't have the smell anymore, and I've been kind of stuck a little bit. So it'll be nice soon when grass grows. I don't know if I'd stay in this campground or find another place that may or may not be a campground, but to kind of plug in my motorhome, there'd be less need of electricity and just renting movies sometimes instead of having Wi-Fi for the motorhome at the library, and you know, paying whatever membership at the pool fees and doing that. But there is a guy who is selling a motorcycle that might fit in here instead of the one that's in storage that never could fit in here, but that I could afford at the time because I don't partake in credit, and the guy allowed me to save up the money over time, which was about 60% of it, and then after that put in my name for the payment plan. So, I mean, and I don't want to partake in credit with cars, dealerships that I've interacted with even recently, or motorcycles. I think I just want to stick to use and things that I can fix. And I'm learning more about my motorhome. It might still break down in a way that is horrible. There's always that risk that I can't fix or afford. But this simpler motorcycle I could fix, and maybe even, you know, with the 300 milligrams, being more motivated to learn more things on my own, such as electricity and setting up solar panels. So doing all of this income would be just to invest in being more independent, while also investing in staying put in one community and just giving my best to it instead of complaining so much, because this is the year where I'm just finishing up, you know, some posts that I had been building up for a while, and they're still going to be till the end of the year. I'd fantasize about riding my bike to go back east just to maybe spend a bit of time there, but I don't think there's enough motivating me to go there. And when the court stuff of the health authority and the complaint against the courthouse comes due, you know, I might just pay for a flight and do it that way. I was gonna bring that other motorcycle there on Territory Z, and if I ever visit my family for whatever, more and more relatives pass away as we all get older, just have that vehicle, the motorcycle there to use once in a while, so I'm not dependent on people. So hey, that's a lot of self-disclosure right there, if ever anybody watches this. But I mean, this is, you know, my life is not top secret, and I live a transparent life, and when I put these videos on there, I mean, sometimes if I watch them years later, it's therapeutic for me, and it boosts me, and it reminds me who I am and what makes me make my choices and what kind of energy levels or priorities I had at the time. And it all makes sense to me. And there is kind of also a long-term socio-cybernetic plan as I have more energy in my life. Uh, that makes it a good idea to set roots somewhere, and I'm not even sure it makes a difference where I set roots for this thing. If I, you know, invest enough of my polymath skill sets in it, I could pretty much achieve it anywhere. So, but it has to be that I set roots somewhere long enough. So, anyways, this is the Martin Pariseau. Who the hell is this guy that nobody wants to pay attention to, but that seems to be unique in a way that we will only care about when it's too late?